Healthy eating starts in the kitchen. Hello, my name is Winnie Chen, and I am a registered dietitian. Today's topic is eat your way to a healthy gut and to manage constipation. Let's go ahead and get started. Before I get started, I just want to say everything I talk about today is meant to provide you general information only. It is not meant to be a substitute for medical advice prescribed by your healthcare professionals. I do work with many group homes, and I will be also providing specific nutrition care plan for individuals. What is constipation? By definition, is when the bowel movement becomes difficult or less frequent. A normal little bowel movement is between 1 to 2 days. When someone does not have bowel movement more than 3 days, it's defined as constipation. Typical symptoms including obviously infrequent bowel movement, also straining during the bowel movement, rectal pain, loss of appetite, even just vomiting could be some of the symptoms. So what are the causes of a constipation? Well, typically a lot of clients with neurological conditions such as cerebral palsy, spinal injury, and Parkinson have experienced constipation. Some conditions that are non-neurological can also lead to constipation, such as irritable bowel syndrome, cancer, pregnancy, even just eating disorder. Medication can lead to constipation, like your antidepressant medication, iron pill, or even just overuse of laxative constipation medication can lead to constipation. Certain lifestyle, inadequate exercise, or limited mobility. A lot of clients who are wheelchair bound are at increased risk for constipation. Disruption of routine, changing from one environment to another, could be a cause for constipation as well. Stress, a lot of clients resist the urge to go to bathroom. So the longer the stool stays in the body, the harder the stool becomes. It makes it even harder for someone to go to the bathroom. Inadequate fluid, inadequate fiber definitely can lead to constipations. And sometimes eating too much processed food, and especially fast food, and even some dairy product, too much cheese can lead to constipations. When we talk about constipation, it's important to talk about different types of stools, okay? And also to track, the frequency of the constipations. So we have a chart here for you to review, and I will be more than happy to provide this for people who need it to track the client's bowel movement. So what are some types of treatment options that's available? Well, there's stool softener, make the stool softer, right? There's also like the psyllium or like Metamucil, they make the stool bigger, more bulkier. And there's also what we call osmotic, meaning the body draws more fluid from the body to help things move along the digestive tract. There's also the stimulant where the nerve cell in the intestine tract are being stimulated, so there's more push to move things along. Healthy lifestyle could also help to manage constipation. Healthy bowel movement, for example, typically the body likes to initiate a larger bowel movement in the morning. So if you want to establish a bowel movement, initiate a bowel habit early in the establish a bowel habit, going to the bathroom early in the morning. Stress management, physical activity, and obviously diet also help to manage the constipation. Being that I'm a dietitian, I'll be focused more on the diet part. So what are some nutritional strategies to help manage constipation? Well, if I could tell you in one slide, this is the slide. The four things you need to remember about nutritional strategy are fluid, fiber, natural laxative, and probiotics. I will be going into more the fluid and fiber later in details, but let's talk a little bit about the natural laxative. What does that mean? Meaning food, they have the tendency to help people to go to the bathroom. Some example is prune juice, aloe vera, even just water with lemon in the morning. Some people think that also the caffeine, from the coffee, from the tea also help to initiate bowel movement. Dragon fruit, sweet potato, these are all food sources that are known to cause people to want to go to the bathroom. So we call them natural laxative. Probiotics, meaning basically the good bacteria. Where can you find those? You can find them in yogurt, kefir, basically it's a yogurt drink with live bacteria, fermented foods, probiotic drinks like your Activa, and also some people like to take supplements such as cultural. Majority of this presentation will be spent on talking about fluids and fiber. Let's talk about fluids. It's very important to have an adequate fluid to manage constipation because fluid helps to move the stool along the digestive tract and then also make the stool not so hard. The rule of thumb is to make sure that you have more than 32 ounces of fluid intake per shift or more than 64 ounces per day. But again, that could vary person to person. What are some major sources? Obviously, plain water. Simple plain water is the best source, but a lot of clients don't like to drink water, so we got to find other ways. Typically, the flavor water with lemon or lime or orange slices help. Some people also like to purchase these flavor packet and add it to the water. Carbonated water, like your sparkling water or flavored sparkling water, could also help for someone to drink water. Diluted juice, again, it's diluted. It should be mostly water and a little bit of juice to give it a little bit more flavor. Some fruits and vegetables are high in water content, such as your melon, your watermelon, cantaloupe, your peaches, cucumber, zucchini, to name a few. Some dishes are high in fluid, such as your smoothie, soup, and stew. Okay, let's talk about more the tips to adding fluid to the diet. Okay, well, number one is set a goal. Set a goal that every shift, this person needs to have at least 33 ounces of fluid. How do you do that? Well, you can set up a hydration schedule. Like every 2 hours, this person is given 250 milliliter of water per hour or for every 2 hours. Or you can also use a hydration bottle, like a 1000 cc water bottle, and everything that requires fluid all comes from that bottle, such as med pass or snacks or fluid with the meal, all come from that water. So it helps you to measure. Offer fruits and vegetables with high water content as part of the snack and meal. Soup definitely also give you more water. And you can also make sure the water is readily available at home. Create an environment that helps to change the behavior. Having water in the kitchen counter, in the living room, in the bedroom. And also make sure that the client always carry a water bottle with him or her. Here's a quick video that talks about how you can get more water in your diet. Okay, now I'm going to switch the gear and talk about fiber. Okay, fiber is a source that is unable to digest by the body, and as a result, it tends to help act like a scrub to keep your digestive tract clean and help move things along the digestive tract. Okay, so what are some of the food that are high in fiber? Okay, these are these are a very good list for you here. Number one is beans and lentils. People always talk about fruits and vegetables, but I really think that beans give you good bang for your buck. But be sure to introduce slowly because too much bean at once can make the stomach gassy. High fiber cereals also is a good way to introduce during the day. Typically, high fiber cereal has about 7 grams of fiber per servings. So that is a really efficient way of getting fiber in. But just remind you that be sure to read the nutrition label so that you also not buying cereal that has a lot of sugar in there. Whole grains has a lot of fiber. That means your whole wheat pasta, brown rice. Make sure you can buy whole grain waffle. Make sure you buy whole wheat bread for the sandwiches, or whole wheat English muffin for breakfast sandwich, or for English muffin pizza. So buy more whole grains. Fruits and vegetables definitely are a good source of fiber, but if you can, make sure you eat that with the skin. Berry is definitely high in fiber, and then you may not notice, but avocado actually is also a good source of fiber as well. Your leafy veggie like your kale, spinach is considered a good source. Sweet potato, remember I mentioned the sweet potato is actually part of what we call natural laxative. So eating sweet potato, yam, and winter squash also help you to go to bathroom. Nuts and seeds are considered good source of fiber, but just be careful because they tend to be very high in calories. Okay, here is a nice chart that has a list of food that has the fiber in grams listed. I will be make this available for people who needs it. And typically, the goal is that you want to shoot for 35 grams per day for men, and then like 20 to 25 for women and for children. Okay, so let's talk about what are some good tips to remember about adding fiber to the diet. Well, number one is incorporate fiber as part of the every meal and snack. Okay, and sometimes if you don't know what food has fiber, read the label. Anything that's more than 3 grams per serving, that is a good source. So if you are trying to buy bread, or you're trying to buy cereal, look at the label. Make sure that whatever you get has more than 3 grams of fiber in there. You can also supplement the diet with additional fiber sources, such as your bran flakes, your chia seed, your flaxseed meal. Some people even use like Metamucil powder or fiber powder. But just keep in mind, if anything that comes as a supplement, it typically requires a physician prescription. Okay. More tips about adding fiber to the diet. Okay, again, number one is just offer a high fiber but low sugar cereal in the morning. You can also offer like a Tiva yogurt, prune juice, olive in the morning as part of the everyday routine. Remember to purchase only whole grain. Now, what's whole grain? Is brown rice, whole wheat pasta. If you're not sure, make sure you read the label. If it needs to be more than 3 grams of fiber per serving. Okay, prepare entree with veggie as part of the recipe. Things like, beef stew that has vegetables in there. Things like, stir fry, right? Chicken stir fry usually have vegetables in there. So prepare entrees that has vegetable as part of the recipes. A good rule of thumb to remember is always offer 1 cup of hot vegetable and 2 cups salad for lunch and dinner. Adding a 1/4 cup of bean to a salad is a good strategy. Offer 1/2 cup or half sweet potato yam for snack. It's a good way to add more fiber. Again, always offer fruits and veggie as part of the snack. And also maybe you can make it as in a form of smoothie to change things up a little bit. You can add wheat bran, flaxseed meal to pancake mix or muffin batter, or you can add them to cereal or smoothie as a way to add more fiber to the diet. Here's a quick video about some easy snack ideas, and many of which have a lot of fruits and vegetables in there, and they help to increase your fruits and vegetable. They help to increase your fiber intake. Okay, now let's give a little practice here. So here is the sample menu: breakfast with pancake, lunch with chicken salad, dinner with chicken with gravy and rice, and a snack with a soft brie bar. So this is a sample menu, and then let's see how we can make this diet has more fluid and has more fiber. Well, again, remember I mentioned about adding bran flakes or flaxseed meal to the batter. So you can add that to the pancake batter. You can also top that with some nuts, put some strawberry on top. And then you can offer a kefir drink or Activa yogurt drink as part of the breakfast. For lunch, right, or make sure it's whole grain, right, has more than 3 grams of fiber. For the bread, you can use veggies puree spread, or you can just use guacamole as the spread instead of mayonnaise. Offers a side of salad with a 1/4 cup of beans in there. Have some mixed fruits to go along with it, and offer some flavored water. Season with flavor packets, or you can do that with fresh strawberries or mint or lemons. For dinner, right, instead of chicken with gravy and rice, make sure you offer brown rice, or you can just use sweet potato as a carb. You can also offer some leafy greens. Vegetable soup is also a good one. And for snack, here are some high fiber sources: prune juice or just fresh prunes, like those dry prunes as a snack. You can also use Activa yogurt, mixed cut fruit smoothie, hummus, because hummus is made with beans. So it's also a really good source. And you can eat that with veggie or puree veggie. Guacamole with chopped veggie also is a really good source. So this is just an example of a menu, how you can make it so that it has more fiber and more fluid. So the question for you now is, how can you add more fluid and more fiber at your home? Well, I hope this short video found it helpful for you so that you can begin adding more fiber and more fluid to your client's diet. See you next time.